And now, ladies and gentlemen, having reached the quarterfinals of the World Championship, he has won 6 ranking titles. It's time to meet Colin Osborne!
You're so unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
Looks a bit edgy, doesn't he, Colin Osborne, and why not against a man who's already put on a terrific display. Battle back from 3-1 down, Lourence Ilagan of the Philippines. This is what we've seen. Steve Bean, a 3-0 win over Carl Anderson. Ilagan, that 4-3 victory in the prelim match, which earned him this showdown. Wes Newton, 3-0 over Johnny Haynes. Mervyn King going out 3-2 against Dean Winstanley. That tells only half the story. Also in this section of the draw, Simon Whitlock against Muramatsu or Harrington, winner of that. 2 prelim guys already through to the first round proper. Second round, I should say, after terrific performances. Can that man, the flying Filipino, Lourence Ilagan, who's got the crowd on his side, that's for sure, make it through? John Gwynn and Nigel Pearson in commentary.
Yes, and how often is it in the World Darts Championship that we see preliminary round players really making a name for themselves and carving out a reputation? Colin Osborne's got a tough task on his hands here tonight against this man, Lourence Ilagan, who came from seemingly a desperate situation in his preliminary round game, but battled through, showed lots of character. Osborne with a tough task ahead, as you say, former world quarter-finalist back in 2007, and one thing's for sure, Colin Osborne will know he cannot afford to take anything for granted against the live wire.
Ladies and gentlemen, first set, first leg, Lourence to Thriffer.
Yeah, terrific fight back from 3 legs to 1 down. 1-2-1 finish, brilliant finish on the ball. Helped his cause, gave him the lift, and then he took off, literally, didn't he? Is it Osborne for the high jump this time? We'll see.
100.
Steady start, satisfactory ton. And now Colin Osborne, vastly experienced, 37-year-old from Derby, ranked 28 in the world and has been up much higher than that, in the top 16 in fact, and a quarter-finalist in this competition. Narrowly lost to Andy Jenkins in 2007. Jenkins lost in the semi to Barney, and Raymond van Barneveld famously went on to win in what is still regarded as the greatest darts match ever seen on telly. But I'll tell you what, Nigel, I reckon you won't see a better first-round game than we've just seen, which we've just seen between Winstanley and King. It promised to be a belter, and it didn't let anybody down.
No, absolutely, and Wayne made the comment in commentary, didn't he, that could easily have been a quarter-final tie, and maybe
87
will be next year. But Colin Osborne, you know, when he walked onto stage, he looked absolutely serious. There was no emotion, if you like. He was deadly serious. I think he knows the size of the task ahead here, because Colin's not in the best of form either at the moment. And this man Ilagan has got no pressure on his shoulders. It's mission accomplished to get this far, let's face it.
Yes, fantastic. And there's his manager on the left. That is in fact Steve Dorotheo, and I've had a lengthy chat with Steve, and he's told me a lot about this 34-year-old who's standing behind Colin Osborne at the moment, and says that when he gets back home, whatever happens now, he'll certainly be a hero, because he said people will have been watching that back home on their computers, no question about it. And he's well known in the Philippines anyway, of course he is, and He's not
82.
unknown over here. He was a semi-finalist, would you believe, in the 2009 World Masters, and you've got to be a decent player to do that. Osborne, he will do it in his own time. Concentration is the key.
60.
Yeah, Colin Osborne, runner-up in the
Lourence required
2009
82.
UK Open. That's when he got into the top 16, but Ilagan here now. Tops he needs to hold his throw. First leg of the game, no problem.
First leg.
No
Lourence
problem.
Ilagan.
And
Second
we said he
leg,
didn't show
Colin
any
to
nerves.
Lourence.
And he has got off to a fine start. And Osborne didn't really look to have any control of the game that first leg. It's concerning for Colin because he can't find a treble.
43.
Yes, back in 2009, he beat Scott Waits, whom we all know very well, of course. Steve West, an accomplished player, and then lost 5-3 in the semi to Robbie Green.
60.
Gave Robbie a real game. That was when he first hit the headlines in this country, but well, the flying Filipino, there couldn't be a more apt description. But ever steady, rock solid Ozzy Osborne. He'll be doing his best to make sure that this is not a first round shock.
But Ilagan is playing quite beautifully early on. He'll be
100.
35 years old in February. And won the qualifier for the second time from the Philippines in October. And he has appeared here once before tonight. That was against Marco Cantele here in 2009.
98.
Didn't make progress, but he's through tonight and playing quite nicely.
A nice action, Nigel. Upright. Nice high action.
85.
And, no doubt a big favourite of the greatest darts fan in the Philippines, none other than Manny Pacquiao. Wonderful pound for pound, best boxer there probably has ever been.
134.
Loves the darts. In fact, is chairman of the Filipino Darts Federation, would you believe? The man with the gloves. The great Manny Pacquiao
100.
will somehow be watching this somewhere, I'm sure.
Ilagan on a finish now. Osborne, who had his best visit to the board last time out, and the game so far has found his range with the trouble with the first dart. Now, can he follow that up? There's the answer. This is much more like it from Colin Osborne.
136. Lourence required 156.
156, this would certainly make them mad in Manila if he were to take this out. Oh, unlucky, just the wrong side. He lives every dart, doesn't he, Nigel? Perhaps a little too much.
82.
But, certainly a character.
Colin, you required 32.
Yeah, he's a big hit with the fans, that's for sure. Now double 16 for Osborne to level it. Needs this, doesn't he? And he gets there the second time of asking. He holds his throw, Colin Osborne.
Third leg,
One leg
Lourence
apiece.
to Lourence.
And that was more like the
Game
Colin
on.
Osborne we know. He just started to just find some momentum there and managed to take the leg.
95.
95. Throwing first. Will it be enough? Or will Osborne punish with a ton 40? Or even better? Or even better? Ton 40 it is, but already a lead of 45. And this, an international tournament. No doubt about it. World Championship. And world with a capital W,
100.
Nigel.
Yeah, and the preliminary players have just upped their standard year on year. It just gets better and better throughout the development of the competition as it gets bigger. Colin Osborne has got a sizable task on his hands here. Talented
42.
all-round sportsman. But it's fair to say that Colin hasn't had his best form during the year. And he's going to have to find it somehow to see off this man.
60.
Yes, I always feel with Colin Osborne, and I wouldn't claim to be expert in this by any means, but I just have the feeling that he just ought to deliver the dart slightly more rhythmical, just develop a rhythm in the throw a little bit more than he does.
134.
Said that, can't argue with that particular visit. But in a general sense, I do feel that if he just threw that little bit more loosely, that little bit more quickly, that little bit more rhythmically,
60.
might see an improvement.
Only 60 for Ilagan now. What can Osborne do? 24-gram unicorn darts. Going to stay down the board here.
95.
Nicely done. And a break of throw for Osborne would be a welcome boost in the early stages of the game for the Derby man. Ilagan looking to just put a bit of pressure on. Now a chance
Colin
for a break of throw for Colin Osborne to take the lead for the first time in the game.
Yes, a genuine chance here. Chosen to go the treble 20 route. He knew 20-20 would leave the bull, but got the treble, so double 50. That's not a bad marker, not a bad guide. Breaks the throw, and Osborne, well, he can make life one heck of a lot easier for himself by doing that once or twice more in this match, Nigel.
He can, John, yeah, and he's averaging 94 as well. And there's no jumping around for Ilagan now. Colin Osborne looking to build on his improved form now and take out this first set with this leg.
85.
Justin Pipe watching on tonight. He is playing tomorrow. He'll be practicing hard. And Justin, a man who's had a fantastic year on the circuit, hugely successful. And I know a lot of experts
41.
are predicting a long run in the World Championship for Justin Pipe.
Well, one or two have tipped him as a lively outsider. And their signs are, after the Players' Championship, that he has what it takes to go a long way on the telly, as he has done many times, away from the screen.
42.
On the floor, as they say.
Yes. Well, this fella's far from on the floor. He certainly knows how to celebrate. They celebrate. I was going to say 180 here, because that's got a lovely lie, that first one, but I think the second arm flicked off it. Full-time professional, you know. That surprised me when I spoke to his manager, Steve Dorotheo. He said that he is sponsored very, very heavily by manufacturers, darts manufacturers, and one manufacturer sponsors his darts and stems, and the other manufacturer sponsors his barrels. He gets good payment from both, so double sponsorship.
44.
That enables him to go around playing the game and being able to concentrate on what he does best, playing darts.
Yeah, sponsorship vital at any level of the game, but particularly those players that are trying to make a name for themselves and are not in the top 16, if you like, and certainly they're not the top 32. So,
100.
you know, sponsorship in this game is absolutely vital for these boys.
And if you live 3/4 of the way around the world from where the real centre of the game is.
Well, remember when Simon Whitlock first emerged on the big
60.
stage at the World Championship, he gained a
Colin, you
sponsor
require
from one TV
134.
appearance.
Yes, that's right, Nigel. With a little bit of help from the commentary team, I recall.
This is more like it from Osborne.
94.
He's playing a lot more like we know he can, and he's clear favourite now, needing tops to go on and win the first set. But Ilagan won't give up. Now, tops for Osborne. Nice darts from Ilagan.
Colin, you require
But
40.
Osborne needing tops for the first set. There's the target. Double 10. Nicely done. Colin Osborne knows that it's going to be a tough task tonight, but he's dug deep there and bounced back from a leg down to take the first set. 3